On the Jacob Buer show today, as you can tell, I'm in person with a lot of guys, and none other than Hagel Hall, which is home to the Purdue Jazz Band and many other things at Purdue University. I am here with Nathan of Sonny and the Stars,
How we
who's the
doing?
lead singer and founder,
How we doing?
I'm Josh.
Gio.
Derek.
I'm Jacob.
and those are the other members. So, I always like to get started when I interview a band. Obviously, we're going to talk about the album, the music, creative process, all those fun things. Who your favorite band or singer is?
So my favorite bands or singers honestly kind of probably has a big impact on my sound for sure. Um, we're kind of like a blues rock group. So my in influence I would definitely have to say is Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and his style of playing guitar has indirectly influenced me on sax and kind of the inflections that he puts in. As well as I'd say the Rolling Stones have been a really big influence on me, as well for multiple reasons. What about you, Josh?
I don't listen to rock, so
Real, real.
I'm more of a hip hop rap guy. My favorite artist currently is Metro Boomin. I've been on his music a lot lately.
Well, to be fair, you are our drummer, right?
Exactly.
So I
Start
mean,
with the drums, make it boom after that.
there you go. Got to have some good beats.
Boom.
How about you, Gio?
Yeah, I mean, I like to say I listen to everything, but if there's one like solid standpoint in my like music listening career, I'd say it's like Foo Fighters classic rock sound, like Foo Fighters, Pearl Jam, like that '90s era is just real true to my heart.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What about Weezer?
Yeah, man. No, who
Okay.
doesn't love a good Blue album?
I'll tell Scott, who's also been on the show, about that.
There you
How
go.
about you, Derek?
Well, my whole music is metal and hard rock. So my favorite band of all time is Iron Maiden. Always will be. First concert I ever went to was Iron Maiden. When I started playing guitar, it was mainly Richie. My favorite guitarist of all time is Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple and Rainbow. His style playing really inspired me. And also Willie John Roth, formerly of Scorpions, is another one of my favorites. Michael Schenker from UFO. So it's mainly I just mainly listen to older stuff still.
And last but not least,
Yeah, so I actually listen to a lot of metal, but a lot more of the modern stuff. My favorite band's probably Polaris, but also influenced by a lot of other good guitarists. My favorite guitarist is this guy named Pliny. Probably never heard of him, but that's okay.
look him up. So, now getting into Sunny and the Stars, obviously, album, 6 songs, if I'm correct.
That is correct. Yeah. For those who don't know, we have an album coming out. It's going to be sometime in the near future. Haven't really picked a release date yet, but by the time that this comes out, we will have one. The album's name is Dorm, and it's a acronym for Dwelling of Rockin' Maniacs. It's kind of based off what life in at Purdue is like, especially in the dorms. So yeah,
And can you name all 6 songs?
I can. Yes, I can.
Name 3 songs.
Name 3 songs. So we've got 2 covers by the Rolling Stones. We've got "Miss You" off their 1978 album "Some Girls." We've got "Paint It Black," obviously by the Stones, and we've got "Superstition." Those are our 3 covers. Then we have 3 originals. One of them is "College Party." It's kind of a more upbeat kind of dance tune, more or less. And then we've got Neverland, which is kind of a more reflective, very mellow song. And then we got Dragging Me Down, which is kind of a slow blues. So we have a very broad style. We're trying to paint a very broad picture of life here at Purdue. So
Awesome. And we got a drummer. So,
Yes.
how did you get interested in drums?
Mainly I was playing. I had a friend that played drums in high school, and so I went over to his house once, played drums, and I was like, wow, this is really fun. So I got a drum set for Christmas. I got really into playing drums to like rap and hip hop music, so that's kind of like my main inspiration now. Um, I'm originally a piano player.
he's a wicked piano player, actually.
I'm apparently a wicked piano player, so it's interesting playing in a band that's with an instrument that's not one of my main instruments.
And our other 3 wise men focus on, well, all things guitar, um, and other things. I guess we'll start with Geo and work our way down again. What's kind of something that inspired you to start playing Geo?
I got to hand to like my parents. My mother's a really big inspiration to me just in general. She got me a guitar for my 10th birthday, and it's pretty much from there. I was actually a piano player first, nowhere near as good as Josh here, but I was a piano player first, and then I got a guitar at 10, and that kind of changed everything.
Derek?
Well, I've been a metalhead since I was 8 years old.
Iron Mania, like you said.
Yeah, Iron Maiden. Since I was 8 years old, but I didn't start taking guitar lessons till I was 14. I want to say 14 or 15, and yeah, it was still like just all the music I was interested in listening to. But I did not want to learn like popular songs. I didn't want to learn Sweet Child of Mine or Enter Sandman. I wanted to learn what I wanted to learn, which was some of the deeper cuts of Black Sabbath and Rainbow songs, UFO songs, the kind of stuff that nobody really knows. And then whenever I like to play outside and I'm playing these songs, it's like nobody knows what I'm playing, or it's just like the lesser known stuff. But
I enjoy it all, especially
yeah,
on Instagram on Friday nights. Daz Prez, if I'm correct.
DAZP eight six
Y-
six.
You stream your
Yes.
guitar, so check him out on there. And I hate ending with you again. We'll start on the first question with you next time.
Okay, yeah. So when I was a kid, I played this video game called Guitar Hero, and that game was really fun, and I thought it was really cool. So I started learning guitar, but then due to like the needs of the school jazz band, I switched to bass, and have been playing bass guitar ever since.
Awesome. So this time we're gonna work our way back because we love showing equality on the Jacob Buer show. Let me just be real.
There we go.
So sorry to put you on the spot already again, but what are you most looking forward to with this album release? Or by the time people listen to this, what are you just most looking forward to? Shows upcoming?
Yeah, I think one thing that's really special about this album, and because I've had the chance to listen to it, and once people get the chance to listen to it, is it's gonna sound kind of the same as what you're gonna expect to hear when you hear it live. It's not like super overproduced. It has that live college band sound. It sounds like the title, like Dorm. Like it's a bunch of guys in college that got together and played some music, had some fun, and made some good stuff, and that's what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear exactly what you're going to hear when you come listen to us. So it's going to be a lot of fun playing it. I mean, obviously, not all of us were on the original recording. Some of us are here and we're going to play live. So it's going to sound a little different because you got different musicians. But I don't know. I think that's one of the strong points of the album.
Derek?
um, I'm kind of temporary right now, but it's been a fun jam to do, and hopefully I'll be able to join Mr. Sonny Adams on
There
stage
we go.
for a few songs or maybe even a set. Um, but like I've listened to the album, it's cleanly produced. Um, feels like a lot of care and attention went into it. And when it comes to like live shows, it's meant to be more well live, and I'd say more raw in a better way.
I definitely think this one does feel more polished, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really agree with what we've heard already. Kind of, it does put a lot of essence to like how much fun we can have live. Uh, it was a lot of fun in the spring semester, just kind of just getting out there and just having fun, making the most of it.
You
Um,
guys performed a show.
We
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
we
out of
did.
town,
That
unfortunately.
was that was the day before Easter, actually.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I went to that. I saw that show too.
Yeah.
I was listening while also running the door.
Dude, that was a good time. Gio, you should tell your story about what happened after the show.
Actually, wait. How about how you were still able to perform without a drum set?
Dude, that was
Using
insane. Oh, we got to
We'll
talk
let
about
you
that.
share
Okay.
that real
Okay.
quick. Were you drummed that night?
I was
Okay,
drummer that
were
night.
you were, okay? We'll let you share the story then.
Okay, so we pull up to the venue, and when we first get there, the guy's drum set is just this cheap electronic drum set.
I've been there in
And
the
then
room.
about 15 minutes into rehearsal, we get the call that says, "Hey, we can't use this drum set anymore. Someone else is like owns the drum set and doesn't want us using it or whatever." I don't remember the whole story
Yeah,
behind it.
we had something worked out with the guy who owned it. It was the venue guy's brother. who actually owned it. And then he was like, "Yeah, you can use it." Then 20 minutes before the gig, he was like, "Yeah, you can't use it." So we're like,
Yeah,
"What do we
it
do
was out
now?"
of nowhere.
So then what we do, the options were to either cancel the gig, which was not ideal considering I had driven an hour out just to go play. And so the other option was to go get some Tupperware containers and pots and pans around the house. And that's what we did. And so our first gig was played on pots and pans.
You know what?
This is very
To
true.
your credit, you did work it.
Dude,
It did
yeah,
work.
no, it sounded really good. Like, yeah,
It sounded better than you think.
as good as it could have,
I have
given the
a-
circumstances.
I did post like a recording I had of it, and it's like it was during Paint and Black, I think,
Yeah.
and like I don't know how, but like it sounded fine with it.
Well, because I think we mic'd like that one trash can. We had like a
Yeah.
microphone under the trash
Yeah.
can. It was
Wow.
so goofy. But yeah, Gio, do you want to tell us what happened after that gig?
Yeah, so that was an interesting day for me. I was under a lot of different influences,
For sure.
as one might say. And you know, when you're performing live, you just get a sort of adrenaline that kind of can take over at times. And I was playing on a guitar that was less than ideal, and yeah. And following the end of the performance, I quickly brought myself outside and went to the middle of the street and hurled the guitar. I want to say like maybe 10, 15 feet in the air, and just kind of right in the middle of the street, and just kind of let it crash.
It wasn't out of anger though, was it? It was just
No, it was
kind of like
The
a
thing is, like, I was confused because I was watching it happen. I was confused. You just had your guitar, you ran outside, threw it
Felt
in
like
the street, threw it in the street, and I'm like, "What? Don't do that to the guitar, man!"
poor baby, man.
And then he comes back, and then I read it. Oh, it's a Squire. Never mind. Just leave it. Wait for a car to run it over.
Wow.
Oh God.
I'm
So-
not. I don't think I should say that since I am also a Squire user.
Now, Nathan, that night obviously was probably one of your first shows at Purdue.
Yes, it was.
Were you ever nervous?
Oh, I was very nervous. I get that actually a lot. I've done a lot of public speaking and just generally public things like that in my life, and I always get the question in front from people that see me do that. Like, do you ever get nervous? Oh yeah.
Are you nervous right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But
I scared you.
but
Shaking.
no, but I feel like I feel like you would never know. Like I feel like
I
have
don't right
I
now.
have a really good way of hiding it and controlling it until it's over. Then I can just be like, "Oh, all right, we're backstage, we're going to start partying, you know how it goes." So
I do. No, that's appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
make the scene seem more confident, even if you're not. So, if that's your advice that you'd want people to know.
I mean, the whole point of like stage presence is to prevent or to present yourself in a way that is maybe not yourself, but a way that will make you look cooler, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, you got
You
to be
run the
yourself,
stage.
but at the end of the day, you also got to be confident. So,
No doubt about it. And just kind of one last question I'd like to close with.
Yeah.
That's kind of a longer one. So and we'll start with you, but we'll also come back to you. So we'll let you
Alright.
answer this one twice. That's the privilege of being the lead singer, founder. Is what's the takeaway that you want people to get from this?
From the album,
Yes.
I want people to take away that even in the dankest of places, aka Tarkington Hall, or any other residence hall,
I think I was
or
there with you a few of those
yeah,
times.
yeah, or slum or whatever kind of situation, even like mental, whatever situation you got going on, you can always still have a good time and still find a way to rock. I think that's the best way that I can kind of say this because we're all Purdue students, we're all busy, we're all stressed out. We just, but we still found a way to live and make good music. So
And fun times.
and fun times, fast times, and easy living.
the
Man.
good
Good times go
roll.
by too fast.
There
by
we
Galen
go.
Scott.
There we go. How about you, Josh?
Yeah.
I would say the same thing. Like, doesn't matter what you're working with. If you know how to make it work, you can have a good time. Prime example, that night with the pots and pans.
Yep.
We didn't have the best equipment, but we made it look like we had the best equipment.
And I could just tell by hearing your story. So, Gio,
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the biggest thing is people really got to see the vision of the big man here. I just got to give it to old Sonny here. I mean, I've played in a lot of different bands, especially back home.
where are you from,
And
by the way? Sorry.
Chicago, right?
Okay, we
Chicago
got an out
area.
of state.
There you go.
And there's a lot of different situations, and everyone always has stuff going on. And man, this guy's always he's stringing everything together. He's setting everything up. He's taking everything down. He's getting us the gigs. He's doing the producing, the recording. He's getting stuff like this organized. It's just he's got a vision, and it's great that people are going to finally be able to see it.
I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Derek,
Um, um,
you're kind of new to it, but that's
so
what are you looking forward to? How about that?
okay, well, I'm gonna start like when I was in high school. I never thought I would actually end up in a band because everyone in my high school did not play, and few that did not want to play the kind of stuff I wanted to. Now that I'm in college, I'm 2 years in. I'm already in two bands, and have the chance of being in a third, which I can't take right now. Too much busy stuff, but it's still fun to jam, just to full on do a bluesy jam, and just play music, and that's just fun. So doesn't matter if it sounds correct or well, okay, my end correct or perfect, but as long as it's fun, that's just keep rocking.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm pretty new to the band, so I didn't have too much influence on the actual album, but I'm really excited just to kind of show how much fun you can have playing music, even though like we all got busy lives, we're not necessarily living in big houses with fancy equipment, but it's just music's just fun, and you can have fun and make it work wherever you're at. That's what the exciting thing about this whole album's gonna be.
Hell yeah.
Just in case I by accident muted this, I'm going to share this with you if you don't mind, Nathan, on this one. So obviously to close out, what does this mean to you after so many years? Gio mentioned to get gigs. When you're the lead, that's what you have to do there. Kind of like how I have to recruit the guests, or else people are going to be like, "What the hell's going on?" So, what does it mean to you to be performing more gigs this year? And then, do you have any advice for? Again, I don't think that super young people watch the show, but anyone who would be more interested in learning about music, what would your advice be to them?
So this whole project was kind of started when I was actually a senior in high school. So I started out and I was making solo stuff, right? It was like what was it like 20 like beginning of 2023, like really really early. I started doing like my own work and messing around on Ableton. I was kind of bad, but getting myself out there and doing what I love and learning how to do it. I was not taught anything about like music mastering or music production. It was all like a journey. And if any young musicians are out there that want to learn, just do it. Just get out there and get that ball rolling. It doesn't matter if it sounds bad. Bring the energy and just make something that you're proud of and that you're proud of is out there. And if you get 10 people to like it or 1,000, doesn't matter because it's all a journey about your own self-expression. And that's kind of what I learned when I did solo stuff. Now, when I started working with the band, that was like summer of 2023. That was a little bit more dynamic. Obviously, you have multiple influences, multiple people kind of collaborating together on a project, and that was really fun. But again, I would just encourage anyone who's out there who is considering to just jump the gun and to just take the chance and do it while you're young because definitely gets harder as you get older. I will say.
Appreciate it, rock solid. And before we go, let's close with our favorite genre of music as a closer. We'll start with you this time.
I think I mentioned it a little earlier. My favorite genre is honestly it's just like metal. Just a lot of fun.
Only one genre. One genre. If you had to pick one,
Uh, Listen to new wave of British heavy metal.
there you go.
Go probably like indie rock.
I already said this earlier, but rap hip hop.
Blues rock, class rock with me.
And prog.
And I think I missed out on. Did I say my band earlier? Or no.
No.
Should I? Yeah. This is gonna sound crazy, but Train saw them perform. Ario opened up, who's unfortunately no longer touring. Which, by the way, Train, as you guys know, is kind of more soft pop, and then you had REO, which is more classic. Wonderful show, but anyways, interviewed the Train drummer once, and just really love hearing Drops of Jupiter and Hey Soul Sister and Drive By and 50 Ways to Say Goodbye and Meet Virginia. So I'd have to still say soft pop, kind of like The Neighborhood, or even Foster the People. I know that's a weird one, kind of a controversial one, but I think they have some really good hits. So that, yeah, I'd say soft pop for me. And I just want to thank you all for coming so much to be on the Jacob Buer show today.
Thank you for
And
having us. Yes,
one last thing to close with: in-person interviews are always better than Zoom interviews.
that's very true. Keep that
Thank you so much, Jacob, for having us on, and it is very much a blessing. As you know, I am also on this show. About a year ago, I came on, so it's really good to see you again and be on with you, Jacob.
You're one of 5
Hope-
returning guests, I think. So
Hopefully,
thank you so much.
hopefully I to return soon because one of my other bands is still writing music.
There you go.
Check out For No Good Reason and Tenebrae, my 2 other bands.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And Sonny and the Stars, they're out on Spotify. They will be out by the time this is out on Spotify, YouTube, all of the platforms, and Instagram too. So check them out.
We'll
Thank
link
you.
them in the description for you.
Thank you. Sonny and the Stars.